Alright, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to Real Madrid Hub again. I'm your host, Dr. J. And in this longer video, I will be talking about Kylian Mbappe and the latest information that we have. It's about two different news that came out yesterday from France, Spain, and different newspapers and media. The first one, it's about the information that Eduardo Inda delivered last night in El Chiringuito, claiming that, something that is, in my opinion, pretty obvious, claiming that the more chances for PSG to sign either Cristiano Ronaldo or Messi, the more chances for Real Madrid to sign Kylian Mbappe. That is something that is pretty obvious to me, because if you think about it, as long as PSG can sign another top name or big name for the next year to replace Kylian Mbappe, the more open and the more flexible they will become when it comes to sell Kylian Mbappe. So I don't think that is pretty big deal. The only problem is, although PSG already put on the table an offer for Leo Messi, is something we won't hear about soon, because the top priority for Leo Messi right now, in my opinion, is to renew his contract with FC Barcelona. And as far as Cristiano Ronaldo, apparently he wanted to renew as well his contract with Juventus de Turin, but apparently now he's waiting for a final decision or see what happens with Kylian Mbappe, because if Mbappe moves out, then Cristiano Ronaldo might be open to join PSG. But the problem is, at the same time, PSG won't put anything on the table for Cristiano Ronaldo if they can keep to Kylian Mbappe and PSG. So that is pretty obvious, and at the same time, in my opinion, doesn't provide anything new to the whole situation, to the whole thing regarding to Kylian Mbappe. But, however, the second news we have is even more important. The second news is about that the teammates of Kylian Mbappe are already aware about his last decision. The decision about not to renew his contract with PSG, but remain in the French team the next season. So he might stay in PSG the season 21-22, and then in 22 he would quit. He would leave PSG. So as far as those news, as far as that information, my approach to that is completely different. The only reason why the teammates of Mbappe think that way is because it's just the strategy Mbappe wants to show off to everybody. Kylian Mbappe wants to prove everybody that he wants to stay, but it's not true. It's not true. And let me explain you why I'm saying this. Kylian Mbappe really wants to join Real Madrid right quick. Kylian Mbappe wants to join Real Madrid right now, as soon as this summer, right? The problem is, if he says something like that, PSG will have a reason to put him out of the squad. Retaining in the squad in PSG, but put him on the bench and not letting him play in any single game. The same situation that happened with Rabiot 2 or 3 years ago. So they might be, in a certain way, punish him for being a rebel. You know what I'm saying? So that's why Mbappe can't say a single word about his desire or what he's looking forward to, or something like that. In my opinion, Florentino Perez suggested to Kylian Mbappe not to say anything, just to not start a war against PSG. Because if he does, then PSG will have reasons enough to put him aside and, put him on the bench and not letting him play any single game over the whole season. So that is the worst case scenario for both, for Real Madrid and for Kylian Mbappe. This way, on the other hand, if he doesn't say anything about that, he won't be given any single reason to PSG to punish him or putting him on the bench or things like that. And if they does, I mean, if PSG goes ahead and punish to Kylian Mbappe for no reason, then Kylian Mbappe can appeal to UEFA or even FIFA to to cancel or to finish or discontinue his contract with PSG. And that way he would become free to negotiate with any single team. You know what I'm saying? So this way, with this strategy, Mbappe is forcing and pushing forward to PSG to sit down on the table and negotiate, because otherwise they will see how the most valuable player in the world will leave PSG for free the next year. And that is something that Mbappe knows that PSG cannot afford. And way ahead of that situation happen, PSG will be open to negotiate for Mbappe with Real Madrid to make about, I don't know, maybe 100 million euros, maybe 120, something like that. But Mbappe knows very well that there's no other way for PSG than negotiate, other than negotiation. You know what I'm saying? So that is basically strategy. I mean, don't be foolish, don't be fooled by by that information claiming that Mbappe is going to stay one more year in PSG, because it's not going to happen that way. I mean, that is not going to happen. And Mbappe knows, and Mbappe wants to join right quick Real Madrid. That is the only thing he has in mind right now. That is the only thing. I mean, there's no another different or hidden plan or something like that. They are trying, both of them, Real Madrid and Mbappe, are trying to be smart. You have to be smart when it comes to negotiate with PSG. Otherwise, it's almost impossible to get anything from the French team. Because Al-Khelaifi, I mean, how would I put this? Don't think that Al-Khelaifi is the villain. I mean, is the bad guy. He's not the bad guy. Al-Khelaifi at the same time is receiving a lot of pressure from Qatar not to lose Kylian Mbappe. You know what I'm saying? He is receiving a lot of pressure. He is seeing how Qatar can push him forward to retain Kylian Mbappe no matter what. I mean, unless that he has a kind of, plan B of, kind of signing Cristiano Ronaldo, Mbappe, or another big name he can come up with and show to Qatar that, hey, we are losing Kylian Mbappe, but we are signing this other guy, like, for example, Cristiano Ronaldo or Leo Messi. Unless that happens, in Qatar, they won't understand why he's letting him go, why he's letting Kylian Mbappe to leave for free or even making money with him. They won't understand. Because the top priority for them is to retain Kylian Mbappe in PSG until the World Championship of Qatar. And that's it. So Al-Khelaifi is not the bad guy. He's not the villain, man. It's just another guy receiving a lot of pressure from another different place. So that is the thing. But don't think by any means that Kylian Mbappe wants to stay any longer in PSG. No, that is not the plan. Kylian Mbappe wants to play right now for Real Madrid. But I would say that we are not going to hear anything from Kylian Mbappe before August. That is going to be the month. As soon as the Al-Khelaifi understands that this is not about money, that this is about just a dream come true from Kylian Mbappe to play in Real Madrid, then we will hear something about that. Otherwise, man, nothing to do with that. So now let me know your thoughts about that. Just comment in the section below, and of course subscribe my channel, Real Madrid Hub.